everybody. Welcome to another edition of AudioMorpheus.com. I'm Dino, that's Chaz, and we're here at the Observatory in Santa Ana, California with Mike from Devil Driver. How you doing, buddy?
Wonderful.
Excellent.
Last day of tour.
Last day of the tour. Well, we've been ironically getting a lot of that, meeting up with guys on their last day. And
it's that time of year.
Yeah.
Well, the whole industry kind of shuts down around the holidays.
Sure.
It's the only time I'm guaranteed to be home.
Right on. You know, one of the things that I did want to know about the music is you guys bring it so heavy, so hard, have been doing so. When you guys are writing and you're thinking about the next album and your music, what is the magic ingredient of keeping it fresh enough but not changing too much to where you turn off your fans?
Well, for me personally, when I'm writing, in some kind of sense, we do, on this record at least, we did look back on, say, Beast and Pray for Villains and, having Last Kind Words and The Fear of Our Maker's Hands being most of our fans' favorite records. We did kind of take that in a little bit and go, all right, where did we shine and where did we not shine as much?
Right.
And kind of took that in. And I use that for a little bit of inspiration rather than, going too far off to the right or the left like we did. Pray for Villains was kind of more melodic.
Right.
And then Beast was just really fast and heavy and more technical.
And my God, Beast did incredibly.
Yeah, but still, it's not my favorite record. No. I think Beast is definitely my least favorite record.
No kidding.
And I'm really proud of the solos I did on that record, but I'd say the first record, which I wasn't a part of, and Beast are my least favorites.
Right.
I still like them, but it's definitely Pray for Villains is a favorite, and I would say Last Kind Words are my two favorite ones. But I am very happy with Winter Kills. But I just sit down, in my studio and start writing, and when I get that feeling that I come up with something that just sounds pleasing to my ears, I just roll with it.
So do you do primarily all the writing?
No, me and my drummer do.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say Berkland actually writes probably about a good 60% of the music.
Wow.
And then I do 40. Jeff does a lot of the overdubs and a few solos here and there. And then I do most of the solos.
Nice, fantastic.
Do you ever get a chance to build around riffs? I mean, does that ever happen?
Constantly.
Yeah.
We layer so many riffs on top of each other. Sometimes by the time we get into the studio, we have to take some out. Mm-hmm. We go a little overboard sometimes. It's like our producer will be like, "You have like 6 riffs on top of one another. What are you guys thinking?"
Right.
I'm like, "Okay, yeah, we can get rid of a couple."
Well, and doesn't that make it a little bit difficult live?
Not necessarily. We just kind of pick out the riffs that, there's obviously more that are more prominent than others, and some are just like underlining, seasoning, so to speak, that doesn't really need to be played live.
Right.
Well, with as guitar rich as Winter Kills is, you get a lot of playtime on stage. How do you build up the show, build up for the show, and getting ready for as heavy and as hard as you play? I mean, it comes across so powerful and so upfront. How do you get ready for that?
A little bit of alcohol always helps.
A little bit. Okay.
Yeah, I usually have a little bit of whiskey before I go on, but not too much.
You know what? And really, it's a two-part question, because the evolution of metal and the speed of metal. Where do you see it, especially as a guitar player? As fast as you play, as good as you play. There's so many up-and-coming guys that are into all the polyrhythms and the different the gents and all that. How do you see the evolution of metal going from here as to where it's been, where it was in the last 10 years?
God, who knows? To tell you the truth, I don't even really think about it too much.
Yeah.
And it's not that I don't care, but I just kind of like to sit back and see what happens. We're on tour with a band like that. After the Burial, I think they're one of the best ones out there doing it. I was just listening to their new record that comes out tomorrow. Last night, and I was absolutely blown away. And they're just doing a lot of right-hand stuff and using 9-string guitars.
Wow.
And I think it's cool, but it's not for me.
Right.
I enjoy listening to it,
sure,
but I don't see myself. I've been tinkering with the idea of having ESP give me an 8-string guitar to mess around with on the next record, but I do have a 7-string, and we've always had a 7-string song or two on a record. And but I like playing a 6-string. It's just me.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't.
Well, stick with what you know.
It's not even so much what I know. When I was in college, I had my own band, and a lot of our songs were played on a 7-string. But then when I joined Devil Driver, they introduced me into drop tuning, and that's kind of just where I felt I feel comfortable is in drop C. I just like that tuning for some reason.
Well, it sounds great.
And I've done high school. I was always in standard E. In college, my first band standard E, and then I think the band that we were all in before called Grolby, that's when I started playing in drop tune, and I didn't really like it because I kind of felt like it was like a cheater's way to make power chords easier. But there is actually a lot of cool things you could do with drop tuning that you can't do with the standard tuning. And we used to be in drop B. Thought that was a little low and muddy. And many years ago, we made a conscious decision to bring it up a half step. And personally, I like it, you know. But on the next record, we're definitely going to experiment with some different tunings and some mess around with our guitar tech Max came up. So I don't even know what kind of tuning it is, but every day I have to, like, Berkman will be in here playing riffs on one of our practice amps, and he asked me to put it in this tuning that our guitar tech invented. And I've never played before, but he just loves it. So I already know, I'm like, okay, you know, we're going to have some kind of weird tunings on the next record already.
Well, and there's been some word about some cover music coming up too that you guys like to play. I mean, I heard you guys like to play some cover stuff.
Well, we're playing Sail.
Yeah.
We're doing that one from AWOL Nation. We're doing that live, and that's been getting a really good response. I was a little hesitant to see how our fans would react to that song, but it's been extremely positive.
Well, your fans are very hardcore, and the parking lot shows that it's packed. Everybody's cranking Devil Driver in the parking lot. You guys got to be happy. You're playing with a band called Thy Will Be Done is opening for you guys.
Oh yeah, we've toured with them many times.
Yeah,
great guys.
They sound great, and you're flip-flopping headlining.
Well, no, it's a co-headlining tour, but the only ones that we closed out the shows were in Detroit and Los Angeles.
Okay.
Which
All right.
I don't really mind. I kind of like the second to last slide.
Do you?
Yeah, I think you get the best crowd.
Nice. They still got some energy left.
Especially on a Sunday night. So
Yeah.
Well,
these are hardcore fans here.
We've seen you guys open for Iced Earth back in the day, and I have never, in all the years, seen a crowd go that ballistic. It was unbelievable.
Cool.
Yeah, it was. Bodies were flying all over. It was nutty.
Yeah.
It was wild.
Well, we can't wait to see the show tonight, man. Is there anything you want to say to the fans out there that are watching?
I'm going home tonight.
Going home.
So you're not going to see me for a while.
What's up next? Now, you guys going to take a break for the holidays?
Yeah, we got, we're off until, let's see, February 22nd is when we play our next show in Australia for Soundwave, and then we fly directly from there to Japan, which we've never been before.
Nice.
And we're doing 3 shows there with Testament.
Those guys go nuts.
To this day, I'm a huge Testament fan. I've never seen them live.
They're amazing.
So
Yeah, they are.
I get to see them live for the first time in Japan. That's pretty cool.
That's great, dude. That's great.
And after that, we got a couple weeks off. Then we go to Europe for a headlining tour. And then this next summer is still kind of up in the air. We don't know what we're doing yet.
Back to the States. I know that you guys really like touring the States.
I will be doing something in the States in the summertime. I can almost guarantee it.
Almost guarantee it. All right.
Well, we look forward to seeing the show tonight. Look forward to seeing you guys when you come back to town too. So bust a leg out there.
We'll be in the crowd kicking it.
Yeah, awesome. All right, well, hey, Dino and Taz here from AudioMorpheus.com. You guys get out to the live show, see these guys. If they come into town, you got to go see them because the show is off the hook.
And if you haven't picked up Winter Kills, get out and get it right away. It's amazing, front to back. You got to get it.
All right, so we will see you guys at the show.
Peace.